What's super nice about this fusion is it's unlocked at rank 4, and the role that they give you is ideal for the Crucible. We'll talk about some other things, however, the real winner here, the real reason, is the first strand fusion rifle. Plain and simple, being strand, fragments, aspects, artifact mods, all go into it. And that's a big deal. Honestly, PvE and PvP players, it is a must-have. First of its kind, as you play Iron Banner, you're gonna be able to focus them, and as you get them, there are some things that we wanna look for. But before we get into it, a huge shout out to a brand that I love sponsoring today's video, Ridge. A reminder, Father's Day is coming up, and you don't need to be giving your dad socks, he's done way too much for you. Maybe up his wallet game instead, because dad wallets are out, Ridge wallets are in. The Ridge wallet expands to hold up to 12 cards, plus room for cash, while remaining as slim as possible. They have more than 30 colors and styles to choose from, and you're currently seeing leather brown. They're safer than the dad wallets of old. They're designed with RFID blocking materials that will help protect your dad from digital pickpocketers. And if he's like me, they also offer optional AirTag attachments, so he'll never have to blindly hunt for his wallet ever again. Ridge is the last wallet he'll ever need, and to back that up, each wallet comes with a lifetime warranty, and that's something every dad's gonna love. A big thank you to Ridge for sponsoring the channel and for making gifting easy with one of their biggest sales of the year. Check them out at ridge.com/CoolGuy. Save up to 40% through June 15th. That's ridge.com/CoolGuy. Pressurized Precision is the first strand fusion. It comes in as an adaptive 660. Base stat wise, it's actually pretty juiced. The 40 range is near top of the class. Burden of Guilt is the best at 41, but some like Dreambreaker has 30 range. Royal Executioner 31 range. Stability is great at 42. It's on the high end. Trinary System leads with 43, but most, again, are around that 35, 39 range. 35 handling is on the high end. 40 reload is tied for the best in class. The others are at 30, 32. Aim assist to 43 is middle of the pack. So this thing is on the upper end as far as an adaptive fusion rifle. So stat-wise, it starts off really strong, and then you're going to add to it with barrels, mag, and masterwork. In the third column, we have Air Assault. Stay away. Auto-loading, PvE specific. Firmly planted, PvP perk. Moving target, PvE or PvP. Encore, in this case, would be a PvE perk, but I would just stay away. Remember, Encore stacks 2 times for a crit final blow and 1 time for a body final. Max stack is 4. This thing can't crit, so you're gonna need 4 kills in a short time to get max stack and then keep it up, so it's not worth it on a fusion. I would just stay away, even though I love this perk, just doesn't work out. Perpetual Motion, great perk all around. Discord. The saving part of Discord is final blows refund ammo when Discord is active, so it's kind of like subsistence. Plus you get aim down, sight speed, accuracy, and AE. The final column, high impact reserves, it's great. Rangefinder, it's great now. You should use it now. But it's gonna lose a whole lot of appeal once range is normalized. But if you get it, it's definitely an S tier perk right now. Eye of the Storm, it's only on 6 fusions. It's gonna be unloaded question. Can't get Glacioclasm anymore. The Coriolis Force doesn't even count. It shouldn't even exist. Dreambreaker, of course this one. Really interesting on a fusion rifle, because especially once you meet someone, and there's some clips in the background, the weapon becomes more accurate and boost handling as your health gets lower. So just kind of willing those shots in while you're low health. And a lot of times, if you see them, they see you, they're gonna start shooting, you're gonna be an Eye of the Storm. It's gonna help. Vorpal weapon, this takes special ammo, so that's gonna be 15%, gonna be up to you. Iron Gaze, plus 20 aim assist, negative 30 range. And guys, I tried pretty much every perk on here, and do not go with Iron Gaze. It is terrible. Cornered, faster charge time when surrounded by combatants, so 2 enemies, 15 meters end in. You get a charge time multiplier, but I don't really think that it's worth it on this thing. Then, of course, strand specific, Hatchling. And as a strand fusion, I immediately think of Hatchling, specifically for PvE. Because remember, with Hatchling, precision final blows or rapidly defeating targets with non-precision damage spawns a threadling. So in the Crucible, it's a string of kills. This thing can't crit. PvE though, that's a good combination, especially with all the things on the artifact on top. Strand Soldier. Strand weapons gain unraveling rounds when woven mail is gained. Then improved unravel increases the amount of damage dealt by unraveling a target. So on a strand fusion, that is a good thing. In the background gameplay, you're seeing it with the Swarmers, with Broodweaver, running the strand kit with the strand fusion. It's gonna be decent on single target damage, especially once you get the unraveling going. And that's where things like Vorpal could come in. But the way I'm doing it, it's just strand everywhere when you get it going. Unravel, tangles, threadlings. But again, that said, you can go Vorpal or high impact reserves. I ended up getting exactly what I wanted, Perpetual Motion Hatchling, and that makes sense to me. Constantly running, I get a fast reload, and I get more stability. So shots are a little bit more on target. As I down adds, Hatchling, Threadlings go out, reload, and just keep going. And like I said, this is all completely RNG and how much you're gonna play Iron Banner. For the most part, if you enjoy Strand, again, I think it's a must-have. That isn't to say autoloading Vorpal. or high impact reserves, things like that. To me, it's good, and really the only reason that it is good is because of what it is, a strand fusion. Onto the Crucible, and the majority of the gameplay for the Crucible, you are seeing the roll that they give you, and like pound for pound, unless you get really, really, really lucky, this is one of the best possible rolls for it, because on this, you do want range. On these, you do want range. Stability, it's doable because of the frame and how everything comes out. The roll they give you is Fluted or Hammer, Enhanced Battery, or Liquid Coils, Firmly Planted, Eye of the Storm. And of course, we have Skulking Wolf. Remember, this is going to work even if it's stowed. If you get Final Blows while in low health, you get Enhanced Radar, and you're removed from opposing radar. You also get a Range Masterwork. We're at 60 range. Though nerfed, Firmly Planted is still good. Everything that it gives is just halved on a fusion, but you're still getting accuracy help. You're still getting plus 10 stability. Little aim down sight scaler when you're crouched. Works well with the knee slide. Works well, period. I tried a lot of different things, and this is by far the best one that I used. And I'm going to talk about what else to look for in a moment. Your usage rate for this thing is really going to depend on what you have, because I do think that Burden of Guilt is a lot better than this. I do. Because that's the only competition in the slot for this archetype class. There's Deliverance as a precision, and Aura Vandal as a high impact. But what's drawing you in overall is going to be that it's Strand, working with the Strand kit. Very cool to finally have a fusion. In that third column, I would stay away from Air Assault, Autoloading, Encore, Discord. It's really going to come down to Firmly Planted, Moving Target, Perpetual Motion. And for this class, I don't think that there's a wrong answer. Moving Target's giving the plus 10 aim assist, a little bit faster strafe. Perpetual Motion's giving you more stability, which is never bad on a fusion. And Firmly Planted, again, though halved, is still getting accuracy cone size, accuracy cone growth, helping the recoil. And the roll that they give you, you can try Firmly Planted, see if you like it. If you're more mobile, it's going to be Perpetual Motion or Moving Target. The final column, Rangefinder right now, that's going to be the number one perk. After that, it's going to go to High Impact Reserves, Eye of the Storm. And I would actually put High Impact Reserves over Eye of the Storm, because if you were to get those combinations like Perpetual High Impact, Moving Target High Impact, Firmly Planted High Impact, we've seen a lot of those combinations before. They're tried and true. They are good, and it's going to be good on this one, just using it with the Strand kit. I would stay away from Hatchling in PvP. Again, it's not instant. This thing does body shots as far as the barrel and mag. It is important getting this thing fairly vertical. If you get Arrowhead Break, put on a counterbalance mod, it will be at 100. You're going to lose a little bit of range. You're going to lose a little bit of stability, but that combination of being at 100 recoil does make up for it. It does. It helps your shots land. So Arrowhead's going to be good. This thing sits on a 55 curve. And that means unless you get Arrowhead Break, do not put on a counterbalance mod. If you get Chambered, cool. If you get Extended Barrel, cool. It's going to go from 55 to 65. Let it stay there. You're going to slot best available. Again, range first and foremost. Even on controller, doesn't matter. It's a very stable frame. When it comes to the battery, some of this is personal preference because, as an example, Liquid Coils. Tier 6 and under, it's going to be a 5-bullet kill. Tier 7 to 10, you're going to need 6 bolts. At base, Liquid Coils, Tier 9 and 10 is 6. Tier 8 and under is 5. A 5-bullet kill is ideal, but remember with the fusion, it's that line that you walk. If you front load it, like again with 100 recoil direction, the bolts are pretty accurate, meaning you're going to land those 6. Of course, you have to be in range. Ideally, it's just going to be projection fuse. So extended projection fuse, Arrowhead with a counterbalance mod, projection fuse. And these fusions aren't meant to reach out and touch people. It's got a midline charge time, and it's going to do well within its range. And a lot of fusions are feel, so mess around with it, try different perks. Some you're going to love, some you're going to hate. And ultimately, you might just go back to some of the ones that you like, whether that's Burden of Guilt, or maybe in the other category, like Tachyon, which that review is going to be coming probably next week. That's going to be a must-have. And of course, like Iterative Loop, there are some great fusions in this game. I don't feel like this one's going to win a lot of you over, but the main thing overall is Strand. Working with the Strand kit, that's why you want it. It's not great, it's not bad, it is what it is. And with what it is, that's why you want it. If you're new here, remember to hit the subscribe button, and if you are subscribed, thank you so much for your support. Let's talk about Pressurized Precision down below. What do you think about it? What are your thoughts? What roles are you liking? Thank you for watching, and until the next one, I am CoolGuy.